Jake Paul fights or something like that. He owes somebody 30 seconds, bro.
For what?
Yeah, I know
for love, bro?
Yeah.
It sounds like big manipulation to me.
Talk to me, Ivy. What you feel?
Like, just from what I'm hearing, what I'm gathering, there you use the I love you to get what you want. And then when you finish with whatever accomplishments that need to be made, you're like, okay.
Women been doing that to
See you
men
later.
for years, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this specific situation. It was really black and white.
Yeah.
It was really black and white. We seen it coming.
I shouldn't have threw that out there, but you know, it's been happening for years.
It was a situation where it became, what's love got to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, because there's no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But you know, I'm
gotta have respect though, bro.
You gotta have respect, man. Like that's. I saw Kevin Hart, you know, speaking on the situation, and I thought what Kevin said was very, very true. It literally just comes down to, you know, poor leadership skills. But everybody's.
I actually was a supporter of the progression of him and his podcast from afar. To see you publicly shit on the guys that was with you, that's an example of poor leadership. That's an example of why you are where you are. Here's the answer. Point blank. You want to be by yourself. You want to be King Dingaling.
Whoa.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Wealth should be shared, not owned. Facts. So this is a shout out, man, to Rory and Maul. You guys were dope as fuck at that job. Once again, I was a fan of the fucking podcast. It's a sad day to see this shit end when you guys were on your way to what seemed to be higher levels of success. I don't sit up here and promote the negativity. Wish there was a world where you can work it out, but you need a good fucking leader that understands it's not just him. I don't think Joe has that.
Everybody is, as much as you may think you are, everybody's not built to be a leader. Because I don't think a leader is something that a leader is not about position, right? Like I can put somebody in a CEO position, I can put somebody in a boss position, but they just may not be built for that position. You know what I mean?
Some people are great followers.
Yes.
Well, some people are leaders, some people are lovers. Like he's a lover. Like
2 L's.
What about when you lead with love? Can you lead with love?
I think only for so long. You know what I mean? Like eventually, like
oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Especially in business, right? Because I could be leading with love, and if we're all leading with love in a business and the business is making money, eventually you're going to be like, hey, man, this love is cool, but bruh,
love fades.
What's up with that money?
But isn't love is transparency. Love is direction and helping to build something. Yeah. So you can lead with love because there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
But not respect.
Yeah.
But here's the
Love
thing,
is
like
respect.
you got to understand the trance that he had these grown men in, because not only did he have them so committed and so loved and so loyal, he kept talking about how important transparency was and being there for the creators and supporting the creators. And he had these 2 grown men that loved him so much, that were so deeply in love, they were co-signing the fraudulence that he was saying. Like, he's like, yo, we got to respect creators, pay creators, and full transparency. And they were like, yo, can we get paid? And could you have transparency with the books? And he was like, fuck no. And then they would go on the podcast the next week like, yeah, we're about creators. Which that's next level manipulation and next level love. That's cult-like. The dude's got a talent.
Well, listen, there's no future in front, man. And I mean, that's what I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, don't front. Like, don't sit there and act like things are all good if they're not. Like, you know, if you're going to get in front of a platform and you're going to call other people out on their deals and, you know, you're going to talk about what other people aren't doing in regards to business, just make sure you got your shit straight.
Right.
That's all.
Don't live in a glass house.
So my question is, does it fall on A or does it fall on B and C for not paying attention?
I say it's them because they still under the same numbers as Joe was on. So what if they had got a big deal because they was on the same numbers and made something happen? Do they have to give Joe it? What if they all got 3 different big deals? would they be still trying to get money from Joe?
I mean, if you start something together and you build something together,
I respect that.
I think it all should be broken down equally.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like when we started Brilliant Idiots, how long ago has it been, Schulz?
Shit, it's been so long, man.
Chris Moreau, I got to give my guy Chris Moreau props, man. When Chris came and Chris was like, yo, Charlamagne, you should start a podcast. I was on some arrogant, egotistical shit. And I'm like, why would I start a podcast when I do radio? You know what I mean? But luckily, I listened to Chris and I'm like, yo, you know, I'm thinking about people who I wanted to like partner with. I'm like, yo, it was actually between Andrew and this a white woman. Salute to Jessie May Peluso. But, you know, what Andrew
her management
was like, yeah,
fucked that up.
Was it? I don't remember what happened with that.
Her management said that they wanted you to do it with her, but not me.
Really?
Yeah. And then that didn't work out.
Oh, I don't remember. But Andrew pulled up, and me and Andrew been rocking and rolling ever since. And never have I ever looked at this like this is the Charlamagne the God podcast. That's why it's called the Brilliant Idiots. You know what I mean? From day one, I've always like, yo, we built something together. Like I don't give up. And by the way, Andrew took the business way more serious than I did, and still does. But I know that I get checks all the time.
Damn right.
Right? And those checks are chunky.
Damn right.
And I don't.
I'll be honest. I always told you from the jump. I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna add value to this podcast one day. I promise you. But I understand the immense value that you add to this shit. And if you want the splits to be different,
I felt like you brought the value to the podcast.
I guess
this is the thing about partnerships, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what we're talking about before anything else, we're talking about is some shit good.
Yep.
Will some shit be good?
Yep.
So if two people sit down, it's about talent. Andrew Schulz has been a talented motherfucker.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Everything else, you know, it comes later. But at the end of the day, when you sit down and you build with somebody, it don't matter what your status is, what your financial level is. When y'all sit down and create this thing, is it going to be good? When it comes to talent, man, that's all that matters. Y'all both here when it comes to talent. Unless you're just, you know, overly talented and you're carrying somebody. But that's never been the case.
That's probably what he thought.
Yeah, but
that's
I
why
felt,
he giving the money.
I'll be honest with you, like, I think I've gotten better at podcasting, but when we first started, you were so fucking much more better at me than, I mean, this is what you do for a living. And I learned a lot
I'm a broadcaster
from doing it with you, but you were, you know, I'm not trying to toot your own horn here, but like, I just learned a lot about talking to someone without an audience. Like I'm used to talking to people with an audience.
Yeah.
So learning how that switches and like learning these little things, I learned a lot from you. And I think that I've gotten better at it, but more importantly, I'm also thinking, listen, you're bringing this huge audience to the podcast. I don't have an audience. What can I do to help? How can I fill in the gaps? If you're doing all this, bringing the audience, all right, let me make it easier for you. Let me make sure we get the cameras. Let me make sure that we put it up on YouTube so you don't got to worry about none of that. I'll handle some more of the business side. And let me try to build up my career in stand-up so that maybe I could bring some people over here and start listening to the podcast too. So you're not doing all the heavy lifting. And
that's interesting that you felt like that, because for me, like I was saying, I felt arrogant, right? I was like, why would I start a podcast? And one of the main reasons I was afraid to start a podcast, I didn't know motherfuckers would listen.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Yeah.
You know, Breakfast Club is one thing. That's like, you know, that's something we started at Power 105. Power 105 was still a radio station that already had an audience in New York. This is something starting from scratch with a podcast. But when me, you, and Jazz Fly, you know, God bless the dead, my beautiful sister Jazz, when we sat down and we did that Star Shame episode and we had like 36,000 at the gate, I was like, oh shit, they give a fuck about listening to me outside of Breakfast Club. So, you know, the same way you felt like, oh man, I don't know if we can build an audience, I felt the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, we built something together.
Yeah.
I've never looked at it any other way. I don't give a shit. Like, go Andrew, do your thing. Run with the business. Like, go get the fucking advertisers, set the YouTube up. I don't give a shit. Like, do your thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But you got to have transparent. Like, I think we had trust, but we also had transparency. Like, and it's one of those things where like we make decisions together. Like, I don't make any decision without coming to you and going, yo, do you want to do this? Is this something that you want to do? Don't do this shit because it works for me. Is it something you want to do? And we're lucky where I think we kind of trust each other on these types of decisions.
Let's talk about that.
Okay,
that
go.
Because I want. It's bigger lessons in all of these conversations, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have a team, bro.
Yes.
Like if you're a person who's been doing, different things in this industry for a long time, and every single time, you're in a situation where you get fucked. After a while, you can only point the finger at you and your team. Who's your agent? Who's your manager? Who are the people around you that you trust? Why is your circle constantly causing you to be in these situations where you fucking lose?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I got the type of people around me that I know I can trust. I can close my eyes and shit gonna get done. Whether it's here at the Brilliant Idiots podcast, whether it's at the Black Effect Podcast Network, whether it's, at SBH Productions, me and Kevin Hart's company, whether it's at my book imprint, Black Privilege. Like, you have to have people around you that can get things done, that literally have your best interest at heart. Because I promise you, man, if you keep finding yourself in situations where you feel like you're getting fucked, you got to look in the mirror and you got to look at the people around you. And you might have to make some changes, bro. That's it. It's about teamwork, man.
There has to be
That's
like
the
a
hardest
synergy in
thing.
the goal. It has to be. Like, I love that conversation with you and Andrew just now, because it's like, not only are you guys existing in this podcast, but you guys work as a team, and there's transparency with ideas and how you can make your own identity and shine on your own without being a background singer.
Yeah.
That energy needs to be spilled everywhere on all levels of all things.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, to another point Andrew made, like, yo, Andrew, we've been doing this podcast for 7 years. Andrew, he put himself in position. He used every opportunity that came your way. You put yourself in position to where now you, not only you doing your own thing, you got a whole other squad. That's what this shit is about.
Get shit done.
That's what this shit is about.
Yeah.
Like when a baby is sucking on that breast, getting that milk, what is he getting the milk for?
Yeah.
To grow, to be strong enough to crawl and walk on his own and become its own entity.
Yeah.
And we all do that in various situations.
Yeah.
All of us. We've all done that. We did that at MTV too. We did that. I do that at Breakfast Club. Schulz, you do that with stand up. We do that with Brilliant Idiots. We've all done that. We've all done that to be able to put ourselves in position to be able to walk on our own. Man, if you're a grown ass adult and you ain't still figured out how to walk on your own, God bless you. If you scared to walk on your own, without the motherfucking walker. Oh my God. God bless you, bro. Shit is sad, man. It's a sad, sad, sad existence, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what I mean this sincerely. I'm not trying to like be sarcastic and shit like that, but I truly do wonder what the stan is feeling right now. Like the person that like went out there, like, because I understand there's people who listen for entertainment value. Like I got some homies that know that, the guy's full of shit. He just says whatever, but he's wildly entertaining. You cannot deny the entertainment value. In the same way that girls watch Real Housewives of something, it's like they don't really value what the girls are saying. They're like, this is just so funny. It's so entertaining. They'll just say anything.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? So like, but there are also people there who like cap and stand and got your back and will ride so hard. And then to know that they were riding so hard for something that was a facade and it wasn't true and the exact opposite thing was happening, it's almost like QAnon, bro. You know what I mean? Like, those people who tried to take down, take down the country or whatever, they stormed the Capitol, and it's like, and now they found out that it was all a facade, it was all bullshit. They were manipulated the whole time. None of the things that they were hearing were true. Like, what do those people do, man? That's dangerous.
Well,
They go become terrorists or some shit. It's you must feel so disillusioned, like you were on the internet fighting for somebody because you truly believed what he was saying was real, but then you found out he wasn't living up to it, even to his own closest people. Like, I honestly feel bad for those people, bro. I truly do. I have empathy for those people.
Well, that's how culture forms, And I'm not talking about that situation. I'm just talking about things in general.
In general, okay? Yeah.
Culture formed because, you prey on people's need to believe to create this cult-like following. So you give them something to believe in. And how do you give them something to believe in? You whip up a fight. We see it all the time. We see it all the time in politics. You got to have an enemy. And in this situation, the enemy is the industry. The enemy is, the people that are, taking advantage of the creators, right? So, you build, you create that. You create this enemy. But the truth is, you really just want to be a part of that situation, which is sad. And that's what happens a lot of times. A lot of times we become what we hate. You know what I'm saying?
Or we've always been it. We just never had the power to expose it.
You hate it.
Very true. Or we never got accepted by it. That's another thing too, right? It's like that. It's like that girl that keeps ignoring you over and over and over. So you try to get with her. She doesn't want you. So then you show extreme disdain. You know what I'm saying? You show extreme disdain for her. As soon as she gives you a little bit of play,
I love it.
You all up her head.
I love you. I'm with you. I'm right here with you. I'm hugging you, boo.
And
you
by
know
the
what
way, I just want to point out, I would never do that with a streaming platform ever. I am Mr. Independent. And I would never do a special with a major streaming platform at all. So I am not a hypocrite whatsoever when it goes down to that shit. No. But in all seriousness.
But once again, shows the difference between you, and we had this conversation.
Oh, I'm Hippocrates. Let's go.
You admit it.
Of course. But the other thing,
there's nothing wrong with changing your mind.
You know what the cruelest thing about that shit is, though, is like the issues that oftentimes these like cult leaders bring up to manipulate people are actually true, real issues.
Yeah,
like the industry is corrupt.
Yes.
Right? Like all the things that they're saying, people don't respect creators. And all the things they're saying are real. So if you're a creator, if you're somebody who's been treated shitty by the industry, you're like, finally, someone's saying this shit.
Yeah.
But if you're not keeping that same energy with your own people, you are just using it as a tool to manipulate people to support you. And that's kind of corny, bro.
Wait, I have a question, though.
Go, Ivy, go.
So if this person has been in a history of, hitting walls in whatever business endeavors he has pursued, how can he really lead when all he has experienced is loss? He's not the best person to lead that pack because all he knows is what he's experienced.
I think that's a very valid question. I would think people would learn from their experiences, but I guess they don't. And that's why I got to question said person, and I got to question the person's team. You know what I mean? Number one, how do you continue to end up in these situations if you have the experience? And number two, how does your team continue to put you in these situations? And this goes back to what started, his rants against me last fall. I said one simple thing on Breakfast Club, one simple thing. I think the brother understands his value, he knows his worth, but he doesn't know how to negotiate it. Yeah. Which is essentially saying, I don't think he knows the business like he thinks he knows the business. Then which caused him to go on all these rants, about me, about, oh, you're not an owner and you're not this and you're not that, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give a damn. Perfect. People were like, oh, Charlamagne.
That's insecurity, though.
Explain.
That's, if you're saying something that's not even a diss, I think that's constructive criticism.
Yes.
I think that is like just general basic analysis.
I thought so.
So when you come back in defense, especially, that's like if you're saying, Ivy, I think that, you work really hard, but this may not be for you. I'm not gonna be like, well, that's why you bald head, and that's why like that. You just deflecting.
Why you have to say bald headed?
I'm just. I mean, it's not what I feel is what you are. But it's just you're deflecting the point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is thank you for that information. Thank you for your opinion. Now I'm gonna look at why you may think that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work on it so you don't have another comment to say about my business again.
Well,
that's the way you do it.
That's competition.
And the worst part about that, yes, constructive criticism. Then we even get on the phone and chop it up about that criticism. But you, behind the scenes, are one way, right? With me, asking for help, we're discussing things. but then you get on your platform
and act like your enemies.
Act like we the worst enemies, and then now you take it somewhere where you can't come back from. At least with me, that bridge is burnt. You know, run with that, Reddit. Like that, you know what I'm saying?
You know
that
what?
Bridge is burnt.
It's interesting.
Burnt.
It's interesting with the parallels with Trump. I was talking to this guy who's he was like a CIA or FBI hostage negotiator. His name is Chris Voss. You've probably seen him. He's doing like a master class, whatever. And he was talking about negotiation techniques and why he's like a conservative dude, but he's very critical of Trump. He doesn't think Trump is a good negotiator. And that's like Trump's whole thing. And he goes, he's just a bully. And eventually the bully tactic wears out. So he's like, sorry, say again.
Of course.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I've said this analogy a million times. I'd rather be the sun than the wind, right? Remember, have you ever heard that story about there was this guy, he was walking with a coat on, he had a big trench coat and he had a hat, and the sun and the wind was like, let's see who can get him to take his clothes off first. And you know, the wind started blowing all crazy, and like, so the guy grabbed his coat tighter and held his hat on tighter. The sun was like, watch this. The sun came out, he was warm, he was loving, he was radiant. That dude got naked and sat under a tree. I'd rather be the sun.
So he was saying what Trump had owned the real estate, I think it was by like Hudson Yards in New York for years, but couldn't get it built up. This is before Hudson Yards popped up. You guys know Hudson Yards over on the west side. And he couldn't get anybody develop it because all the people he'd already burned the bridges with. They were like, we did a building with you and it fucking was the worst. So I don't want to work with you again. Eventually he had to sell it. And then within a few years, it becomes the Hudson Yards development that is right now in New York. These buildings are crazy, blah, blah. Point is, you eventually run out of people to fuck over. You keep on fucking over someone else. You keep on fucking over, keep on fucking over, and you run out of people to fuck over.
And it's just the audacity, right? Like, if you're one way with me behind the scenes, but then you get on camera in front for the people that's, you know, watching you. I'm watching this like,
I can't do business with this.
I don't fuck with you.
What was the reason?
I don't even respect you, because here's the thing. This is what I love about life, right? We live in this era where people got platforms, so people can do YouTube videos, they can do their podcast. Here's the thing. I know you're lying. Yeah. Your audience don't know, so you're entertaining them. But I'm watching you knowing that you're lying. I don't care if everybody else knows. I know. So when now you try to come back and deal with me and text me, good morning, hell no, I'm not responding to you.
Don't please people that you ain't never met before.
Word is born.
Versus the people that you know you're gonna see at dinner one day.
And lying to kick it.
Sometimes
we don't got nothing else.
Are you dumb, stupid, or slow?
Are you dumb, stupid, or slow? We don't got nothing else to talk about. I wish you the best. I don't, you know, much success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Because sooner or later we'll all see who the prophet is. Nasir Jones. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm the type person, you know, this is the first time I've even like spoke about this since those rants last fall. But I didn't speak with words, I spoke with actions. Because that's another thing. Like, you can say whatever about me, I know what my hand is. You know what I mean? Exactly. You can say whatever about me, and I know what I'm doing. It's like, oh, Charlamagne, he don't own nothing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hey, Black Effect Podcast Network, even though I've owned mad stuff prior to all of that, but Black Effect Podcast Network, you can go to blackeffect.com. Black Privilege Publishing, Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency, it's out right now. SBH with my man Kevin Hart at Audible. We've got answers available on Audible right now. I'm working, bro. Like, I don't have time for the back and forth, because there is no back and forth.
Exactly.
I gave a critique, which I think now people can say without a shadow of a doubt was true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without a shadow of a doubt, I think we can say that this critique is true, because if you constantly end up in the same situations, clearly you don't know business like you think you know business. And that's fine. It's never too late to learn. God bless you. Wish you the best. Yeah. But as far as me, like, you know, when people ask, why I don't speak on certain things, I don't want to. Me.
You don't need to.
I don't need to. Me and that brother did not sit down and come to an agreement that we wouldn't speak against each other. There's no threat he can make against me that scares me. I just don't feel the need to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't. It's just that's it.
Moral of the story is, stop being emotional
Okay.
Stop being
Ivy.
emotional. For real. Because a lot of the things that we're
really
talking about.
I really love that a Latin woman just said that. I think that we need to create an NFT off of that right now. Stop being emotional by a New York.
Wait.
New York Latin woman. When all y'all do, New York Latin women are the most passionate, emotional people there are.
But that's why I could talk about this, because I am super passionate, but I know when there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
If I'm handling business, I'm not going to go off of my emotions, because that's not doing good business. That's just doing what you feel in the moment. You know, you're not thinking about the end goal. Like when you get a text like, don't come for a week. And you're like, can you explain? And then you emphasize the text.
Yeah.
Or you fire somebody on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's emotion.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Ivy's right. Also, I don't do performative things. Like, when I talk to, I really value our audience. I value our listeners. I don't care if it's Breakfast Club. I don't care if it's Brilliant Idiots, wherever we're at. I'm not just putting things out there to do it. You know what I mean? The times I was doing that, the times I was being a caricature, the times I was performing, all I did was bump my head and fuck my own shit up. Slow my own progress up. So I'd rather just pull up and give it to y'all, you know, real deal Holyfield every single motherfucking time. You know what I mean? And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So it's a lot of performing that goes on. The performing is when you sit next to somebody and you know things aren't right, you know, professionally or personally, but you co-sign a lot of the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just like folks in the Trump administration. It's kind of hard to stand on a moral high ground now. After you watch this person do shitty things to so many different people over the years, and to think you wasn't going to be on the menu at some point. Of course. Come on, man. I'll say it 1,000,000 times. If you want to see how somebody's eventually going to treat you, watch how they treat other people, because eventually it's going to be your turn. So I just, you know, it's a lot of things I just don't respect. I don't respect that. And, you know, I just don't respect, you know, the behind the scenes acting like it's all good, but then in front of the camera, it's, let me paint this picture of Charlamagne. Exactly. I don't like that. So God bless them, and God bless everybody over there. I truly still wish them the best, my brother. I really don't wish bad on anybody. Like I don't sit back and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy to see this is happening. Nah, it's just like, damn.
We don't want you to fall. We want you to learn.
That's bro. Woo. Look at my niece with the bars. That's it.
Spends time with Charla.
That's it. That's it. I don't want you to fall. I want you to learn. That's it. It's just, it's hard when these people are so old. We're in our 40s.
It's never too late.
Schulz don't give a fuck. Schulz is like,
I don't
burn,
care.
baby, burn. Schulz is like, when they all fall down.
You gotta love Andrew for that.
Nah, I mean, like, I just don't care. Like, I don't care either way. I don't care up, down. Like, I just don't. It doesn't matter. But once I remove you, like, once I remove you and I remove your well-being from, like, my mind, then it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I guess you know what? I feel the same way. I guess the only reason that even made me comment the way that I commented now, just because I see people on the online seem to care. By the way, I love Reddit, bro. Weezy put me on the Reddit.
Reddit is fire, bro. Reddit is fire.
I think Reddit is amazing.
Yeah, if you like Twitter, you're gonna love Reddit.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that let social media dictate my moves.
But Reddit?
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I don't let social media think for me like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So I just enjoy it for what it is, entertainment. It is a very, very entertaining place. And they are very invested in things that we're doing in this podcast space, which I think is great.
Oh yeah. Shouts to the Brilliant Idiots subreddit, yo. Shouts to the Brilliant Idiots subreddit, right? We got to do a Reddit AMA.
I don't know what that is. So, I did one of those before back in the day.
We did it together, motherfucker.
Back in the day?
We did?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Hold on, I got to see how much money I'm losing in Coinbase right now. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Our shit is trash. I went to Brilliant Idiot subreddit and I didn't get no enjoyment out of it. It was like, man, ain't nobody over here. You know how you go to a club and nobody's in the club? I'm like, shit. I didn't enjoy it.
All right, well, I tried to shout y'all out, man. I did my best, Brilliant Idiots Reddit.
I'm with y'all. Fuck with us. I mean, I don't know. We got.
Teach him.
You know what it is? Our auras are too beautiful, bro. So, you can't have a popping subreddit, if your aura is too beautiful. You know what I mean? There's nothing to talk about.
Son, this morning.
You know what I'm saying?
Son, this morning I woke up, bro, and my aura was off, bro.
Talk to me.
I don't know, man. Like I woke up, I wiped some cold out my eye.
That happens.
I had to see who's this paging me and why, and then I called.
My God.
Listen, you should have meditated.
I should have.
Some orange juice.
Yeah, that's what I do. I meditate. I do my breathing exercises. You know what I'm saying? Well, first thing in the morning I do is I pray. I meditate because my anxiety's been bad the past couple of days. I don't know why. It's just been like.
How long do you meditate?
I don't do it long. I have a chant, right? So I have these beads, and the beads, I think it's like 150 beads. So
You be Nam Yoden Kenkyoin?
No, I have my own personal mantra.
Charlamagne.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you continue this shit, I'm about to sign you to the White Effect Network. I swear to God. Fucking beads and stones and all this other stuff.
I think it's something to do with the moon though, because it's like a lot of people I know that got anxiety is like flaring.
All right, I'm taking a pee. I'll be back.
Hold on. Hello? Are we recording? Hold on. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Listen, I got one more thing to say before we move on from this situation, because I promise you I'm not talking about this shit no more.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Again in life. But since we are on the subject, I do just want to say
Get it off your chest. You wrote it down?
No, I didn't write it down. What Ivy said was very true. We don't want you to fall. We want you to learn. When bridges get burnt with me, it's just when people, go out of their way to, assassinate my character. But also, when it's just lies being told, there's no smear campaign. Like I want this is what I want you to learn. I want you to hold yourself accountable, right? Don't blame people for shit that you got yourself into. You know what I mean? That was just a deflection tactic. To say it was a smear campaign. How did I start that? That's when I knew I don't fuck with this dude.
You can't even pronounce smear.
Man, shut up, man. Shut up. But I'm just saying that's yet another reason why it's like, God bless you. I wish you the best. But, that bridge over here is burnt. Like, come on. You know that was not the case. But in order to deflect from whatever bullshit you had going on in your life, you wanted to throw that shit over here and have people looking at me nuts like I don't have things to do. You know what I mean? But don't ask me no more about that shit ever again. I don't want to talk about it. I got too many companies to run and too many of my friends to love and empower and respect and employ. Okay? Now let's pay some bills.
God bless. And we're moving on.
The world today is nuts. I think y'all understand that based off our last conversation. And just when it seems like things are getting better, we're hit with even more reasons to be anxious and uncomfortable. And that's why our friends at Cushy Dreams can help. Cushy Dreams specializes in high quality smokable CBD. And CBD has been shown to help with anxiety, depression, inflammation, even pain relief and more. And smoking CBD gets it into your system right away, so you don't have to wait long for the effects. Cushy Dreams extraordinary CBD rich hemp flower comes in 1/8-ounce cans and pre-rolled joints. It is cannabis that ships discreetly to you and directly to all 50 states. They offer indica and sativa strains that deliver effects like relax, create, hustle, peace, energy, and dream. I've been needing some Cushy Dreams all week because it's hard for me to sleep without, doing an edible. But I don't be wanting the high effect sometimes. I just want to, actually go to sleep. So whether you smoke beautiful bud or pre-rolls, Cushy Dreams has you covered. Their popular pre-roll joints are rolled in organic hemp paper and feature an even slow burn. And pre-rolls are now available in 5-packs. With Cushy Dreams, experience the therapeutic benefits of CBD with full flower, full spectrum, and full flavor. We know you're sick of carts, vapes, gummies, and want to smoke your CBD. And now you can enjoy all of the benefits of cannabis without getting high. Go to cushydreams.com. That's KUSHYDreams.com. At checkout, use promo code IDIOTS for 20% off your next order. Smoke your CBD with promo code IDIOTS and get 20% off today.
And also, protect your dicks, everybody. You're not delivering the best dick that you can. and I'm going to help you do it. And ladies, you deserve the best dick. Okay, we're coming out of this pandemic. You probably haven't been dick down for over 365 days, and you're going to make up for it in this first month. And you better be damn sure that you're getting the dick that you deserve. And the way you're going to do that is Blue Chew. Fellas, you chew it up, you chew them out. That simple. BlueChew.com. Make sure you use the promo code IDIOTS, okay? And you're going to get it for free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. Promo code IDIOTS, BlueChew.com. Same active ingredient that's in Cialis or Viagra, but this is the chew. This is how we roll. We don't play any fucking games about it. We're out there delivering pecker to the best of our abilities. BlueChew.com. Use the promo code IDIOTS. Get out there. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we got these church announcements, Schulz. What you got?
Yes, church announcements. Big tour. Big. Okay? We are going official. The infamous tour. Tickets go on sale this Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? I posted it online on Instagram. I can tell you the exact places that we're going to, but theandrewschultz.com. Use those ticket links. If you're trying to get the tickets before Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to get these bogus links. They're going to hit you over the head. Ticket prices, fucking thousands of dollars and shit. No. 10 a.m. Friday. Get up. Get the tickets for your city, for other cities. Go do that. It's this Friday, 10 a.m. Also, big news. I'm switching the special taping. The special taping is no longer going to be in L.A. We are still going to do those shows there. But I can't do the special there because we don't know what the fuck is going to happen in L.A. Okay? They might make you wear masks.
What special taping? Whoa. What special taping?
Oh, bro, the special taping that was from before the pandemic. I had a special before the pandemic.
Same network? Well, same platform?
I can't say who. You know? I can't say who.
Don't say who, but I know the platform. I knew what the platform was. So was it the same platform?
Yes.
Whoa! All right, Big Dick Schultz.
So,
God damn.
We were going to do it in LA. You know, we sold out 4 shows at the Orpheum.
I'm coming. When is it?
But now we switched it to Austin in September. So that's as part of the infamous tour dates. You come out just real quick. We're doing Dallas, Houston, Tucson, Los Angeles, Oklahoma City, Detroit, Milwaukee, San Diego, Austin. That'll be the special taping. Louisville, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., Madison, Chicago, Minneapolis, Fargo, which I specifically wanted to go out there because why not? And then New Year's Eve, we're going to go Boston. That will round out the year. But I'm telling you, the special will be in Austin now. The tickets that everybody had for those LA shows are still... if you bought tickets from before the pandemic, we are still honoring those. And since we're not filming there, we're releasing more tickets because we don't have to kill any seats for cameras, etc. So those will also be available Friday. Go get them shits and go get them now, man. I'm very excited about this tour. It's going to be wild, going to be big. Everybody's ready to go back out. The energy is, I don't know, the energy. I can feel the energy, man. It's been different. It's been different. The excitement is there.
AndrewSchultz.com. AndrewSchultz.com.
TheAndrewSchultz.com. Some motherfucker took
Don't forget the V.
So we gotta go TheAndrewSchultz.com.
Don't forget the V.
Yeah, THE.
And by the way,
AndrewSchultz.com. Go get them shits.
Boston on New Year's Eve is the whitest shit. That's like white people's Miami.
Yeah.
For Boston on New Year's Eve. Yeah. New Year's Eve, bro.
Boston is nice.
Not on New Year's Eve.
Yo, Boston.
Where should he go?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Like that's the city where all my favorite comics are from. Boston, man. I think the funniest people come from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wax, you got some church announcements?
Yeah, I'm over in Cookie, San Diego. I'm at 36 dispensaries in LA. Y'all get the flower there. I got my lemonade is going off. It's like getting a lot of orders. Appreciate y'all. What else I have? I got the paintball fighting, man. I want y'all to really come out to that. I'm doing podcast wars, and I want everybody to come and participate. We got Bully and the Beast on Mondays and Wednesdays. So yeah, make sure y'all watch that.
This week's was a very interesting episode that we learned a lot about with Wax.
Oh, we're going to get to that in a second. Ivy, you got any church announcements?
I'm alive and and I'm blessed and I'm tanned.
And your aura is beautiful.
And my aura is beautiful.
All our auras are beautiful, man. My church announcements is the same every week. blackeffect.com. Log on there and get all the various podcasts that are under the Black Effect. Make sure you go to Audible and download We've Got Answers, which is an audiobook I put out about a month ago. It's free with an Audible membership. And Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency, How to Win in the Country We Built. Man, when I tell you that, you know, the response to the book has been like overwhelming, and you know, just seeing everybody, you know, post the book online and seeing the reviews on the book, man, I Tamika Mallory deserves it all.
I gotta post
100%.
my book.
For what?
I'm like, I can't post my book.
No, I don't like influencers that don't read. Like, no.
I'm doing the Audible shit.
What?
I'm doing the Audible shit. Put it on YouTube. Damn, I ain't saying
no, don't put it on YouTube.
What are you talking about? I don't know how to do this shit.
Nah, Wax got to start posting. Nah, dude, this is a great idea. Wax, you got to start posting, like, you reading books. Like, remember LeBron when he would just read the first page of every book?
Oh, my God. Start with the Cat in the Hat.
Well, speaking of Wax's reading, he has a segment on Bully and the Beast called Wax's ABCs, where he learns new words and tries to pronounce them.
And I'm doing very well.
Wax found out this week that he's a little bit gay, like we all are, Schulz.
Slow down.
Just a tad.
Like I said, if that's the definition of it, yes, I'll be gay if that's the definition of it. But that's not the definition of it.
He said a little bit gay.
Please let me get that bite.
But that's not the definition of gay, though.
What you mean?
A man jerking off is not don't mean gay.
Okay.
No.
Explain the story.
It's simple. It's simple. Let me ask you a question, Alex and Andrew, since y'all sitting over there. Has a man ever made you nut?
Think about it.
Yes, I've made me nut.
Boom. Alex.
So they both gay too.
Little Latinx. Has a man ever made you nut?
By Andrew's definition, yes.
Yes.
Yo.
My hand made me nut, not me.
Charlamagne,
So you're
I'm going
gay
to
for
go
you.
so far. I'm going to go so far to say is the majority of the times that I've come in my life have been at the hand of a man.
No.
Ay, Dios
I'm
mío.
second. I'm second behind my wife.
You think you're what? Yeah, but you've been with your wife since you're like 17
you don't
years
count.
old.
Andrew, do you look in the mirror when you masturbate?
No,
That'll make you never do it again.
no,
That'll make you
that's a
never
little
do
weird.
it again. I did
That's
it.
a little
That's why I don't jerk
weird.
off no more.
If you look in the mirror while you masturbate and you have like a real intense orgasm,
Look stupid as hell.
hey, but that's our whole point. A man has made you
but
masturbate.
Can we talk about this though? This is interesting. Charlamagne has a tattoo of a man on his jerk off forearm.
What?
When he's
Show me
jerking
the
off,
man.
he sees the
Where's
Wolverine.
the man?
Not a man. It's a
Who is it?
mutant.
It's a mutant.
It's a
Hold on,
mutant.
hold
This
on.
is Wolverine.
Listen, I got a Bible scripture on my shit.
All right, so
Yo,
Jesus
wow.
jerked you off.
Alex
God
got
bless.
Martin
Chill
Luther
out.
King
God
Jr.
bless this
on
man.
his jerk off forearm, bro.
Hold on. Time out. Guess what Wax's Bible scripture is?
What is it?
Palm.
It's not Psalm. It's not Psalm.
Oh, Psalm. Never mind. Listen, baby, we shoot here. We try.
You have not been to church, sir.
Listen, we try things.
Lord forgive him.
We all look confused. You said
I'm about to say Palm Sunday.
The book of Palm.
Yo, did you guys hear what Alex has on his jerk off forearm?
What?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Really?
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Why? That's your cousin?
Alex, have some cream. What is it?
I had a cream.
I had a cream. Alex, you really do?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh shit!
He said, why?
Yo, I'm reading a fantastic book that you would like called The Sword and the Shield. And it's by Pernille Joseph. Or Pernille. Is it Pernille or Pernille? Dr. Pernille Joseph, I believe. It's about Martin and Malcolm. I've never read a book that humanized them in this way, bro.
Oh, really?
No,
Sounds
man, it is, listen, it is fantastic.
Charlotte,
Yes.
Charlotte,
Yes.
save your breath.
What?
Okay, he just got that tattoo because he got a white girlfriend. Don't listen.
You still have a white girlfriend?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well,
Like,
You
why
can't
you
deny
lying?
her.
well, one thing you're going to learn in Sword and the Shield.
No, you gotta get them the slippers.
Hey, but one thing you're going to learn in Sword and the Shield.
Dr. Umar.
Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't opposed to white women.
Let's go!
Hey.
New podcast coming to the White Effect Network.
Hey. By the way, y'all would have absolutely by this generation's definitions, y'all would have absolutely canceled Martin Luther King Jr. Y'all would have canceled him.
What?
Y'all would have called him.
No
Y'all
way.
would have called him a womanizer. Y'all would have called him misogynistic. Y'all would have called him sexist. He didn't. I mean, but he was young though. That's the thing. I'm sure he would have grown and would have evolved, but he didn't believe in women being in leadership positions. You know what I mean? Like,
which positions did he believe them being?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Ella Baker had a lot of things to say. It's a good read. You should check it out. That's all I'm saying, Alex. Let me see the tattoo. You really got Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yeah.
His face or his name?
His face?
His full face. Right.
He looking at his full face, bro, while he's jerking off.
Does it actually look like him?
Yeah.
Let me
It's
see,
a good
bro.
portrait.
Do you
Mickey
have?
Mouse.
Put it to
Wait,
the
so
camera.
on
Let me
your
see,
other
bro.
hand, do you have someone that's Spanish?
Let me see, bro.
Damn.
Bro, that's Meek Mill.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, that's Meek, bro.
Man, you better say that's your
Hold up,
baby
wait a
picture.
minute.
Say that's your baby picture. If anybody say anything, that's
That's
my
my
baby
baby
picture.
picture. That's my uncle.
That's
my kid. That's my son.
You and Weezy really trying to sell this black-owned studio shit, bro.
By any means necessary.
By any means
Like, look, he has a Martin Luther King on his arm. You should definitely come here.
Jesus Christ. Listen, did you see the flack Rogan caught, Schulz?
Yeah.
Tell me what you thought about that. As a straight white male, well,
Yes.
You're not all the way straight. You're a little crooked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
As a straight but slightly crooked male, what did you think of the statement?
What is wait, how am I not all the way straight? I'm about to get married,
Because
bro.
a man
Like,
made you come.
Say what?
A man made you nut before.
You don't know how I identify. Yo,
I don't know how your hand
business.
identifies.
you don't know how I identify. My right hand identifies as a woman's hand, right?
I hate you.
You only put pedicures over there.
Manicure, you crazy guy.
Oh, same shit.
Exactly.
It's a
So
cure.
this is a woman's hand right here, bro. This hand is woman. The rest of my body's man, but that hand is woman, bro. That's a woman's touch.
Okay.
When I'm grabbing my shit, that's a woman's touch.
But what did you think?
What the fuck?
What did you think of what he said?
It's true. Everything. Listen, woman's touch. Wait, what'd you say?
What did you think of what Rogan said?
What are we saying exactly? So he was saying that like straight white males can't have an opinion these days.
Yeah, I'll read. It was a long transcript because it's from the podcast, but I'll read the headline. Joe Rogan warns woke mob will make it so straight white men won't be allowed to talk or go outside.
Don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's being hyperbolic, right? He's taking that out of context, and like clearly Joe is proof that straight white males can have an opinion, but he's not talking about himself, obviously, right? In order for him to be able to say whatever he wanted, he's gone through immense amount of flack. Like you don't get close to the amount of flack for having like very polarizing figures on the Breakfast Club that Joe gets for having like political pundits on Joe Rogan, right? So it's like of course, what he's trying to say is that there is a heightened stakes that has to do with it. But I think that it's like, how do we say it? Like, can Joe say whatever he wants? Absolutely. He's made a career saying whatever he wants. Is he paying the price for saying it? Yes. And that is the cost that you have to pay for these things. And I think that he would agree with that. I think he's more referring to people who work for like corporations and they might have a conservative opinion, but be worried if they say that at their job that they might get fired, they might not get a raise, they might not do these things. And I think that's more what he was saying for. It's not specifically Joe. Like I think Joe's a pretty self-aware guy. Maybe I'm more defensive of him, you know, because he's done a lot for me, just like I'm defensive of you because you've done a lot for me. So it's hard for me to see you guys and like see you guys do wrong. But I think that's what he's speaking on.
I'm mad.
I don't know. Does that make sense? What did you think?
It makes perfect sense what you said, and I agree with you. I'm mad at Joe for one thing. I'm mad that he said straight white men because the woke mob eventually comes for everyone. And I think that it's a larger conversation to be had, but we can't get to the conversation, and you're kind of proving Joe's point again because Joe said straight white men, so everybody's stuck on that point. The truth to the matter is free speech is not free, and it never has been. There has always been a cost to the things that come out of your mouth. Now, are we paying too high of a price for things that we may be saying now that we didn't pay 10 years ago? Sure, to your point, because these corporations, they get upset, they want to back away. You know, people get on social media, they raise hell, so you know, you might lose speaking engagements, whatever it is, you lose all types of things. But eventually, wokeness comes for everyone. It cannibalizes everybody. I saw Don Lemon talking about it, today, and he said that, hey, Joe Rogan, nobody's stopping straight white men from talking. Nobody's stopping any of us from talking. What Joe was saying is the backlash. That's what people don't want. So eventually people will get scared and not want to say anything. And they already are. Yes. And not just in entertainment, right? Comedians, radio personalities, podcasters. We can't even talk, bro. Like me and you we can't even have an honest conversation without thinking we're going to step on a landmine and piss people the fuck off.
That's a great point. And I think that's a great way of looking at it. If he didn't say straight white males, so many more people of color, minorities would come out and be like, yo, that's true. Like, sometimes I feel like I can't even say anything because I'm going to piss off my woke brothers. I mean, how many friends do we have that are like adjacent to the super woke community, and they're like, bro, I can't even have these conversations with them because then I'm going to be ostracized.
Yo, I hit up Don Lemon.